Solving linear compound equalities follows the exact same steps and rules as solving linear inequalities. Though instead of moving the variable to the left or to the right, you're actually trying to isolate the variable in the middle of the inequality. So everything in the middle needs moved out to the sides. Graphing and interval notation still follow the exact same steps. If you are graphing it and you have a less than or greater than sign, you want to use parentheses or an open circle. If it's less than or equal to or greater than or equal to, you want to use a bracket or a closed circle for graphing. In interval notation, again, you always want to do things from left to right or smallest to largest. A parenthesis is used when the endpoint is excluded or when you're using the less than or greater than sign. A bracket is used when you're using less than or equal to or greater than or equal to. A parenthesis is always used with respect to negative or positive infinity. You will never have an exception, but when you have these kinds of equations, it's not likely you'll ever see an infinity, but it is always a good thing to keep in mind. You'll always use parentheses for infinity. So let's start with the first one. Solve the inequality. -2 is less than or equal to p plus 1 is less than 4. So again, we're trying to move everything from the center out to the left and to the right. So I have a 1 there that I don't need, so I'm going to subtract 1 from here, subtract 1 from here, and subtract 1 from here. So it cancels out in the middle, leaving me on the left, -3 is less than or equal to p less than 3. And here it is in inequality notation. But graphically, we need to have two numbers put in. So we're going to have a -3 here and a +3 here. Since the -3 here has an equal to, we're going to put a filled in circle, and 3 does not have an equal to sign, so we're going to put an open circle, and then we're just going to connect them together. But if you're using parentheses or brackets, we would say that this is bracket and parentheses and just connect them like so. In interval notation, we would say it goes from -3 to +3 with a bracket and with a parentheses, just like it looks like in our graph up here. And that's how you would solve this inequality. Next, -3 is less than 2x plus 1 is less than 7. So again, I'm going to move everything from the center out. So subtract 1 from all sides. Cancels out in the middle, so I'm going to get -4 is less than 2x is less than 6. And to get rid of the 2, I'm going to divide all three. Oop, that's not supposed to be a 3. That's a 2. All three sides by 2. So -4 divided by 2 is -2 less than x less than 3. So graphing it like so, -2, +3. And since none of them have equal to signs here, it's going to be 2 open circles for both of them, or 2 parentheses for both of them. In interval notation, again, smallest to largest, -2 to 3. And since everything has parentheses, both of these get parentheses as well. Finally, -3 is less than or equal to 6h minus 3 less than or equal to 12. I'm going to add 3 to both sides. It's going to give me 0 over here, less than or equal to 6h, less than or equal to 15. Divide both sides by, or all sides by 6. And I'm going to get 0 is less than or equal to h, less than or equal to 15/6, but we can divide both of these by 3, so we're actually going to get 5 halves. Graph it. 0, 5 halves. And since they're both equal to, both of them get filled in circles. Or, in this case, brackets. Again, whichever is asked of you. And then for our interval notation, it goes from 0 to 5 halves. And again, both have brackets, so both of these also get brackets. So again, this is how you would solve a linear compound inequality.